future, the population spends their time in the virtual world, the Oasis. After its creator, the enigmatic James Halliday, dies, he leaves behind a contest that will bestow the winner control of the Oasis and $500 billion. Steven Spielberg brings this world, based on Ernest Cline's 2011 Ready Player One, to life on the big screen, and things look to be off to a strong start. The movie had a $12 million opening day and a total of more than $50 million so far. These numbers are above the estimates Warner Brothers had for the movie. The studio had already adjusted its projection upward from the $38 million to $42 million range earlier in the week. The movie is also debuting in 62 markets, with $3.2 million in foreign grosses since opening and Tuesday previews. Ready Player One has earned an A cinema score with an audience that was 59% male. The overall audience was 44% under 25 who gave it an, while those over 25 gave the film a B. Reviews have been mostly positive for Ready Player One, with a 78% fresh score on Rotten Tomatoes. As witnessed in the trailer, the movie is heavy on nostalgia and has inspired a number of debates on how much nostalgia is too much. It has also caused some friction when it comes to nerd culture and Spielberg's influence on it. In an interview with As Central, the famed director mentioned the possibilities the book provided for the movie, well, because all of the choices, especially the nostalgia, were always in second position to telling a terrific story about a huge competition between corporate greed and all the disenfranchised hunters, those searching to find the Easter egg, just trying to make something of themselves. So it was a streamlined, straight-arrow story out the front windshield of this racing vehicle called Ready Player One, this race car called Ready Player One. And I was very, very concerned that the cultural references, I'd only wanted them to enhance the story, but not upstage it. Funny enough, the majority of people who watch the trailer do so searching for the pop cultural references. Spielberg's creations play heavy in the book, and the director was well aware of this. He told the Los Angeles Times, "When I was first given the script by Warner Brothers, I said, if I determine to take the leap, I'm going to have to cut out at least 70% of my own cultural references. Because otherwise it's going to be like primping in front of a mirror, and I'm just not going to let myself do that. I pride myself on my modesty. But I was part of the 80s and I know that. I'm objective enough about my own work about the past to know that it would be a sin to cut out the DeLorean from Back to the Future, which Spielberg produced, and the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, and maybe a few other things that came from my movies. So I left about 20% of them in from the book. The biggest criticism I'm seeing from people who haven't seen the movie yet, it goes too far in its love for nostalgia. Admittedly, I haven't read the book, but it seems to be that it takes some of the most beloved characters, vehicles, objects from pop culture, rolls them all up in a virtual world, and tells a story. Is it an original story? Not really. But it's told with the familiarity from our youth, some of us anyway, and it's directed by the man who had massive influence on us and what we watched.